symptoms are to be discussed. So symptoms in tetanus, if you see, symptoms over here, okay, there will be presence of, like, first indication is irritability. Early indications include irritability. Okay. Irritability in the sense irritations will occur. Irritability. Okay. Then restlessness. Restlessness will be there. Okay. And the neck becomes stiff. The neck becomes stiff. Right. So stiffness of neck will be there. And due to this, there will be difficulty in chewing and swallowing. Because of this, there will be difficulty in chewing and swallowing of food. Right. These are the early symptoms. Later on, if you see, there will be stiffness, or we can say spasm of jaw muscles. Okay, it leads to locked jaw. Okay, the jaw
they affect only skeletal muscles, no, sir?
Obviously, we're talking about them only, no? Okay, then spasm of chest, abdomen. Okay, this may lead to cardiac arrest. It may lead to cardiac arrest. Okay, and if there is a cardiac arrest, fatal means can cause death. If the jaw gets locked, okay, even then there will be difficulty in breathing. It may lead to death. Okay, and over here there could be severe pain. Okay, severe pain also is experienced. Is also experienced. Okay, these are the various symptoms, right? And then treatment and prevention, if you see, here TT vaccine. Ever heard about the TT injections?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tetanus toxoids are given as preventive measures.
Sir? Sir, we can take vaccine infinity time, sir.
Why you need to take infinite time? Here, it depends upon the viability. For example, TT injection, it is valid for around 6 months, they say, 3 to 6 months. It depends. Okay. So every 3 to 6 months, if you take, it's for example, for the workers, right? The workers who work in industries and all, cuts and injuries, they are having more chances of it, right? As a preventive measure, if they take TT vaccine first only, if they get hurt multiple times also, they should not worry. Okay, if at all they get hurt and they have not taken TT injection in a very recent time, then ATS is given, anti-tetanus serum. Anti-tetanus serum, it is given, okay, as medicine to treat tetanus.
Sir? Sir, sorry to disturb, but I am new today. So
Batch first. So can you tell me what are you explaining?
What have done?
Sir, I am new to batch first. I joined today on the batch first. So can you tell what are you explaining?
I'm explaining about diseases.
Okay, sir. Which disease, sir?
Tetanus.
Tetanus. Okay, sir.
So over here, TT provides, here you must remember that TT vaccine provides, switch off your mic, TT vaccine, it provides artificial passive active immunity.
Yeah.
Who is this fellow? Asking to switch off the mic, but he does not want to do. Mr. Srijan, you will be removed.
Vijan, sir.
Wait, I'll remove him.
Sorry, sir. I forgot it to switch off my mic.
Next voice I hear from your side, you will be removed without any further warning.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
So it provides artificial active immunity. What is immunity and all, you will be learning in the later parts of the chapter, right? And the ATS is anti-tetanus serum, right? It is given after infection. So ATS provides artificial passive immunity. It provides artificial passive immunity. This thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, so this is about the tetanus. Next, this was the sixth disease, I guess. Sixth disease. Now, the seventh disease that we will be discussing here, okay, it is the tuberculosis. I hope everyone knows about tuberculosis.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tuberculosis, or commonly called as just TB. Okay, it is also called as Koch disease. Also called as Koch disease. Okay, so here if you see the causative agent, okay, causative agent is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, it is a species of Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay, and the mode of transmission, it is because of droplet infection. It is because of the droplet infection. Okay, and if you see the incubation period, okay, it may take around 2 weeks to 12 weeks. 2 to 12 weeks. And this is variable. Okay, a lot of variation will be seen in person to person. Okay, so what happens over here? Let us see. Symptoms. Okay, so generally what happens? This bacteria releases a toxin called tuberculin. Releases a toxin called tuberculin. Okay, and this tuberculin causes disease. Okay, it may cause damage to respiratory system. Okay, when it is causing damage to respiratory system, it is called as pulmonary. pulmonary TB, pulmonary tuberculosis. Okay. TB may also affect bones. So there could be tuberculosis of bones, joints, muscles, lymph nodes, brain, etc. So if this particular bacteria is causing damage to some organs, then it will be called as TB of that particular organ. Okay. But more commonly you hear about the pulmonary tuberculosis, right?
So which is the most dangerous one?
All are dangerous. So the most common one, pulmonary TB, pulmonary tuberculosis, if you see, pulmonary TB. In this case, there will be fever. Okay, fever, cough. In cough, if you see the sputum with blood. So when you cough, some greenish color substance come out, right? Yellowish green color substance. That is called a sputum. Okay, that sputum will have blood. Okay, then pain in chest. There will be pain in the chest, loss of weight, there will be loss of body weight. Okay, excessive fatigue. A person will be very much tired. Okay, loss of appetite. Loss of appetite. Okay, and some special symptoms, if you see, increase in body temperature, increase in body temperature in evening.
Sir, so can I ask one thing? Why, if any disease can give a loss of weight to the person?
So when there is a disease, there is damage to the body or not?
Hello?
When there is a disease, there is damage to the body or not?
Yes, sir.
And we have mentioned loss of appetite. There is no hunger. If you don't feel hungry, will you eat?
No, sir.
If you don't eat, you will gain weight or you lose weight?
Lose weight, sir.
That is automatically understood if you have little bit common sense.
So then
Sir, is TB endemic, sir?
It's not about endemic.
Sir, because 2-3 years back there was a wide, advertisement, sir, about this TB.
Did they say it is endemic?
No, sir, but Amitabh Bachchan will come and say that, sir.
Because awareness is required, I will come to that also. Don't worry. There is increase in body temperature in the evening. Okay. And then night sweating. Generally, people don't sweat during night, right? But person who has cough, okay, if cough is there for more than 3 weeks, okay, if cough is for more than 3 weeks, and there is blood in the sputum, and at night time there is more sweating. If there is no change in temperature of the environment, even though the person is sweating at night, and slowly by evening after sunset and all, if the temperature increases, okay, so they have to go for a test. Okay, what type of test? Montauk's test. So diagnostic test over here, if you see. Diagnostic test here is Montauk's test. Montauk's test is done for diagnosis. Next, if you see, over here, prevention and treatment. Treatment in this case, one vaccine is given to prevent. Vaccine to prevent the disease.
Sir, for permanently, sir.
BCG. BCG vaccine is given. Okay. So this BCG, it stands for Bacillus because it is obtained from Bacillus. Okay. And two scientists that are Calmette and Guerin. Okay. So BCG vaccine is given. And for treatment, if you see, DOTS, direct observation treatment, DOTS method for treatment. Means whatever dosage is given, it should be strictly followed. Okay, the diet, the measure should be strictly followed. Okay, so for that, DOTS treatment is given. Okay, so tuberculosis is curable. Earlier, people used to think that tuberculosis is not curable. So if anyone suffered from tuberculosis, they were separated from the society. Okay, but it's not at all like that. If a proper care is taken, it can be cured. Okay, and see, one more vaccine here. We mentioned triple antigen. Do you remember? The DPT. Even in case of tetanus, also DPT can be given. Okay, this is for diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Okay, diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. Next, 7 we have discussed. 8th one, let us take. 8th disease. Around 9 will be discussing. Here let us discuss about leprosy. Leprosy. Okay, leprosy, it is also called as Hansen's disease. It is also called as the Hansen's disease. Right. So the causative agent here is Mycobacterium leprae. Mycobacterium leprae. Okay, and this Mycobacterium, it was discovered by Hansen. That is the reason it was given the name Hansen's disease. Okay, so again here, mode of infection or mode of transmission could be droplet infection, or direct method. Direct contact can also cause. Okay, so when a person even speaks, if an infected person speaks also, this particular pathogen can come out in the droplets. Okay, next, if you see, in this particular case, the incubation period for this, it is around 5 years. It could be up to 5 years. In some cases, symptoms may arise in 1 year. Very few cases, okay, but mostly the incubation period, if you see, it is around 5 years. Okay, next, symptoms, if you see, the symptoms are not so good. It looks very bad. Here also, people who suffered from leprosy, they were separated from the society. Okay, so first what happens? Light color patches appears on skin. Light color patches will appear. Okay, then there will be thickening of nerves. Thickening of nerves. And because of this, there is a loss of sensation. Loss of sensation in affected parts. So in the affected parts, there is a loss of sensation. Okay. Then there will be fever, pain, ulcers, okay, and skin eruptions. Okay, skin eruptions in the sense the skin will break, and in the areas of damage, in the areas that are affected, there will be formation of a wound. Okay, wound will form, right? And because of that, what happens is deformities of fingers. You would have seen the patient suffering from leprosy. They will have a little bit crooked fingers, crooked toes.
Yes,
okay, bent fingers, bent toes. Okay, so over here, deformities. Deformities of toes and fingers. Deformities of toes and fingers can occur. Okay. Then for treatment, if you see, for treatment, in this particular case, there could be use of DDS. Okay, diamino, diphenyl sulfonone or sulfone is used for the treatment. Okay, so the areas that are affected are cleaned with this particular solution. Okay, if the nerve gets damaged, it cannot be repaired. Okay, but further spread can be prevented. Is it clear about the leprosy? And you know,
Yes,
Mother Teresa, ever heard of her?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
She worked with leprosy patients and she got a Nobel Prize for it. Okay, then pertussis or whooping cough. Pertussis or whooping cough.
So Mother Teresa was not an Indian nurse, right?
She was not in India, but she settled in India, Kolkata.
So during British times.
Post-independence.
Okay.
When I remember, when around 1998 or 1999 only she passed away.
So like during that time she came and settled, sir.
Somewhere just before, I guess before or somewhere after independence only. She was very old at the time when she died. Okay. Pertussis or whooping cough. Here the causative agent.
Bordetella.
Bordetella pertussis. Bordetella pertussis. Okay. And mode of transmission. Mode of transmission, if you see, here also droplet infection. Most of them are droplet. Droplet infection. Okay. Next, incubation period. Incubation period, if you see, it is around 7 to 10 days.
Sir, it continuous cough, sir.
Huh?
Continuous cough, sir.
Continuous
Cough, sir. Cough.
cough. Acha. Asking about cough. Whooping cough, it is also sometimes called as like 100 days cough. So over here, there will be around incubation period of 7 to 10 days. Symptoms. Symptoms may include difficulty in breathing, okay, cough with Whooping sound. Whooping sound. You'd have seen when a person breathes forcefully, there'll be a sound, right? Asthmatic attack, when some person gets asthmatic attack, okay? When they breathe in very forcefully, they will have some sound, right? Okay, there'll be a sound produced. Such type of sounds are called as whooping. Okay, and in severe cases, may also lead to pneumonia. May also lead to pneumonia. Okay, so it may affect the respiratory system, right? So treatment over here, if you see, nowadays very few people suffer. Okay, treatment. See, most of the bacterial disease, remember, can be treated with antibiotics. So over here, preventive measure, vaccination is given. Vaccine, DPT is given. Okay, vaccine DPT to prevent disease. Okay, say BCG, DPT, hepatitis, okay, polio, all these vaccines are given early during the childhood only, so that there are no such diseases caused. Okay, I hope you got the point. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are done with this. Now we can start with some viral diseases.
Sir, should we learn all these?
Why? Is there any problem?
No, sir.
Then,
Sir, in book, it is not given, sir, the description about these diseases.
which book?
Sir, Akash book, sir.
Akash book? Achha, your Chaitanya Mission.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you know, you should know.
Sir, so can you send these notes in the group?
Are you not writing it?
Yes, sir, I am writing.
Then,
Sir, new student.
how many are new? How many are new here?
Sir, I am new to this.
You raise your hand. Don't shout. You raise your hand.
Okay, sir.
Are Shwantan, you are from batch 1, right? Shwantan 3. And Shwantan 3? Shwantan.
Sir, yes, sir.
Batch 1 only, na? You know you have to write everything.
No, sir, today I got fever, sir.
So you got fever, that is not my problem.
Yes, sir.
Sai Rishi, you are from which batch?
Sir, batch 2.
Batch 2, okay. Nitin, you are from which batch?
Batch 2, sir.
Batch 2 only. Kalyan?
Sir, batch 2, sir.
Batch 2. Sriram?
Sir, batch 2.
Batch 2. So you people have no idea like how we do things. When we are teaching, you have to write. Okay. When we finish off the topic, I'll be sending notes after finishing the whole topic for weekend, not in between. Okay. So it's not like you should not write. You should write the notes along with the class so that you complete and you can have something to revise. That is the reason we are taking it slowly, right? We are not even fast. We are very slow. We are lagging always.
Sir, once could you display the 5th disease, sir?
5th disease?
Yes, sir.
Later.
Sir, after class, can you scroll up, sir? I will take screenshots.
Now, the common viral diseases, the most common is common cold. Okay, so I can say that it is highly infectious. Highly infectious disease. Okay, or I can say most infectious. Most infectious disease. Okay, what causes it? If you say, now I'll be writing CA, causative agent, try to write again and again. Causative agent is rhinovirus. Causative agent is rhinovirus. And mode of transmission, if you see, how do you get cold? Tell me.
So,
Sir, water droplets.
Droplet
Air
infection.
droplets, sir.
Droplet infection, okay.
Touch
Any
also.
other?
Touch.
Huh?
Touch.
Direct
Contact
method. Okay, formite bond, it is called as formite, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Formite bond. Okay, means contaminated
Objects.
objects. So I need not write the list of the objects, right? It is already understood. Okay, so if a person who is infected sneezes in front of you, you may get cold.
Yes.
Okay, if a person, for example, and see here, incubation period is very less.
Sir,
1 day.
1 minute to 2 minutes.
No, not like that.
days.
Harshit,
Sir, how much, sir?
5 hours.
few hours. It depends again. I said no, it depends upon person. Some person like in around 1-2 hours also they will start showing.
So it is also based on immune system.
Yeah, everything. Always incubation period. Some diseases I said no, will have a fixed one. Otherwise, everything is variable. Okay. Symptoms
Can it
very
be in minutes? So can it be in minutes?
No, not in minutes. It's
So like
not
you
that.
said, from person to person, it will be varying.
See here, if you take the case of symptoms, remember, it doesn't affect lungs. Does not affect lungs. Only affects the upper part.
Respiratory tract.
Upper part of respiratory tract.
Nasal area.
Okay. So little bit of your throat region. Okay. Little bit of your throat region as well as generally the nasal part. Okay, is affected. So what are the common symptoms? Tell me, what do you feel during cold?
Sneezing.
Blockage of nose, right?
Yes, sir.
So over here,
Breathing.
congestion. Congestion of nasal region.
Sir,
Water loss.
so when you have a blockage and like when you bathe with lukewarm water, you feel it as if it's opening. So why is that happening, sir? Is it there's something melting?
No, actually, see, it's not only about when you take bath with lukewarm water. Okay, so whenever the passage gets little bit dilated, when our muscles get relaxed, the passage becomes dilated. That is the reason you feel a little bit opening of the passage. And some people, instead of blockage, they will have running nose, right?
Yes.
For example, I never suffered from nasal congestion. Whenever I get cold, I have running nose and never have nasal congestion. There are many people. You might get either running nose or congestion. Either it will be blocked or totally open. Everything is coming out.
Sir, both is possible.
Chances can be there, beginning with congestion also, right? There could be cough. Off your mic. Off your mic. After speaking, you can please switch off your mic so that there is no disturbance. So there will be inflammation of nose. There could be cough, sneeze,
Headache.
sneezes. Okay, and common symptoms like headache, light fever, body pains.
So sinus and common cold are same, sir.
No. Sore throat.
No sense of taste.
Sore throat. Right? And hoarseness of voice.
Sir, taste buds also.
About taste buds and all, you'll understand later. When we talk about the physiology of nervous system, then you'll understand what happens with respect to taste.
Sir, in the lower part of the jaw will some tonsils will be swollen, no, sir?
See, About the tonsils and all, we have already discussed in diphtheria. Okay. So if there is an infection, why the tonsils will get inflamed, that we'll understand in the later part. I knew already when we talk about diseases, definitely whatever you have experienced or whatever you have heard, all the doubts you'll ask, I know. That is the reason I told you, just listen and remember things. What is required, I'm giving it, just remember those. Don't ask all XYZ doubts here on. Okay.
Sir,
And most of the things.
Sir, what is the last line you wrote, sir? After sore throat?
Sore throat, hoarseness of voice.
Okay.
Roughness will be there in the voice.
Sir, and even tiredness.
What happened?
Sir, is tiredness also a symptom?
Tiredness will be there. No? If there is a pain, light fever, body pain and all, so a person will be tired or not?
Yes, sir.
So lethargy or fatigue will be seen, right? And symptoms.
So that only answers.
Last for 3 to 7 days. Symptoms, they usually last for 3 to 7 days. Okay, so for 3 to 7 days, symptoms will be seen. Right. Next, if you see another disease, the second disease.
Sir, so for common cold, few members will not take medicines also, no, sir?
No need to take medicine. Influenza or flu. Okay. Now see these diseases, these are not mentioned everywhere. So, for viral diseases, you don't have any treatment. Okay. Preventive measures can be given, like vaccines can be given for viral diseases. Okay. The remedies will be given. It's not treatment, it can be taken as remedy. For example, the antibiotics or whatever is given in the viral disease, it is not for the virus. It is for your body so that some other diseases should not occur to you. Your body itself will take care of the virus. So don't worry about the viral diseases. Okay, your body will itself fight virus. But when your body is fighting with the virus, your body will be a little bit weak. At that time, other diseases can occur. So in air, there are many bacteria, many virus, many different things, many pathogens are there. Okay. Normally, they don't cause any disease because they are very weak. Okay. But when your immune system is weak, then they can cause disease or not.
Yes, sir.
So when they can cause disease, in order to prevent that opportunistic disease, antibiotics and all will be used. Okay. Next, influenza. Here, few things only, not in more detail. Okay. It is also highly infectious. Highly infectious. Okay. Caused due to myxovirus. Caused due to myxovirus influenza. Caused due to myxovirus influenza. Okay. So over here there will be cold-like symptoms. Cold-like symptoms will be seen. Okay. And there will be fever and pain all over the body. Fever and pain all over body. All over body pain will be there. Okay. And if you see, in severe cases, it may lead to bronchitis. It may lead to bronchitis. and pneumonia. Pneumonia can also occur. Okay, and infections of ear infections may also develop.
The eustache tube connection.
Yes. This is about influenza. Then a very famous disease which is totally eradicated. Okay, that is smallpox.
So Nipah virus will come under flu.
There are many viruses that can cause. Okay, the flu, if you see, it could be endemic, it could be epidemic, and it could be pandemic. Okay, many different types of flu because of different types of viruses. Smallpox, if you see, caused by double-stranded RNA virus. Sorry, double-stranded DNA. Generally, in virus, RNA will be there. Here, double-stranded DNA virus called here variola, right? Already this is given, variola virus. Variola virus causes smallpox. Okay, so it is by droplet infection. Or by direct method. Okay, this is nothing but the mode of transmission, right? Mode of transmission is by either droplet infection or by direct method. Okay, for example, if a person is suffering from smallpox, okay, the discharge from that person may cause infection. Okay, or we can say here it could be formite borne. If that person has touched something and contaminated, then again this will be affected, right? So we can say it is highly contagious. Okay, highly contagious disease, right? And if you see, it starts with the symptoms include symptoms. If you see, okay, starts with a fever. Headache. Starts with a fever, headache, body pain, headache and body pain, right? And on the third day, appearance of rashes. Rash on the skin. Okay, reddish color rashes will appear on the skin, right? And remember, this rash first appears on face and limbs. First appears on face and limbs, and then rest of the body, and then on rest of body. So first, if the rashes appears upon face and limbs, then we call it as a smallpox. Okay, and remember here rashes are more on face. Rashes are more on face and limbs compared to the other body parts. Okay, so the rashes, if you see, these rashes, okay, there are certain stages of rashes also. It starts with reddish spots. Reddish spots will be there. These reddish spots, they later develop into papules. Some fluid will be present. Okay, and then this converts into small vesicles. Vesicles with clear fluid. Then these small vesicles with clear fluid, okay, they convert into pustules. like pus filled. It looks like it has pus filled. Okay, and finally scab will be formed. It gets dried off. Okay, scab is formed. Okay, and this scab falls off. Sometimes whenever you get hurt, after the injury gets dried off, scab is formed or not? A brown color or dark color structure will be formed. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And scab, when it falls off, it forms pox marks. So pox marks will be left. Okay, and see this scab, it is ineffective. So if anyone touches the scab, a healthy person touches this scab, then they may suffer from the disease. Okay, I'd say for this particular disease, if this pox occurs on eyes and ears, it may lead to deafness and blindness. Okay, it can even cause damage to eyes and ears. Say pox may appear in eyes and ears also. In that case, it may cause damage to that particular part. Okay, and say vaccines are given. Very good thing about this particular disease is Edward Jenner, okay, in around 1798 discovered vaccine.
We have a class.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I know that. Okay, discovered vaccine. So half of the class you are wasting by asking silly doubts. Huh? So Edward Jenner, he discovered vaccine, and due to vaccination, this is completely eradicated. Smallpox is completely eradicated from world. Okay, in around 1980, it got eradicated from. This is about smallpox. The remaining viral diseases, we can discuss it tomorrow.
Totally eradicated, sir.
Yes, totally eradicated. Completely means totally only. I think completely means totally only. If in your dictionary,
What is the
something else-
vaccine, sir? Vaccine.
Vaccine has no name, smallpox vaccine only.
So what is this, sir? Smallpox, sir? What?
Smallpox.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.